Hey. If you haven't done this yet, comment, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Alright, how's it going, everyone? My name is Femi.
And I'm Winnie, and we're back. So we did take a little bit of a hiatus.
Yep.
But, you know, life got really busy and we were just, you know, trying to balance everything. But we are back. We're back to YouTube. We're back to making videos. And hopefully our goal is to really bring some more regular content to you folks.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of growth, a lot of change, a lot of great stuff is pretty much on the way. I think the first thing is just giving you an update for what's been going on, because it's been so long. We missed you.
It's been months.
We've actually missed you. We've
I think the last video we did was like a 4-month baby update.
Honestly, it's been so long. I swear the last video we did was like our daughter being born.
No, it was a 4-month update. It was like 4 months and we got a puppy or something like that.
Wow.
How crazy is that?
That is pretty crazy.
So guess how old Lily is? About 11 months.
She's about to hit a year.
Just about.
Really good. So let's kind of talk a little bit about just what's been going on. Big things. We moved.
Yeah.
We moved across the country.
British Columbia.
So we're in BC. We're from Toronto. Literally grew up in Toronto, and made a decision to move everybody. You know, little Lily, move
and
our puppy Savvy, and you know, literally start something brand new in a completely different province. You know, a different part of the.
Yeah, and like the first question most people ask us is like, "Oh, do you know anyone there? Why'd you move?" And we're like, "We actually don't know anyone." Femi has like his dad here.
Yeah.
But that's literally it.
That's it.
We don't know. We don't have any friends here. We don't have any other family here. And I think, you know, that was definitely a risk and something we considered when we were moving. But I think for us, you know, to answer the question why, because I think that's the first thing people are going to say is, why'd you move?
Why did we move?
Is we're really looking at the lifestyle that we had in Toronto. And Toronto, if anyone has been there or lives there or grew up there, you know it's hustle, bustle, busy, keep going. And like, I actually love that about the city. Like, I absolutely love that.
It creates great opportunities for you.
Yeah.
You know, I think if you're in the need to go, if you're looking for people to connect to really quickly, a major city like Toronto,
diversity, culture, food,
hits it. Like, it's spot
everything. I love it.
Yeah, I think, but for us, the shift in mindset with our daughter being born, you know, and me launching my new business, and like all of these changes really made us start looking at where we're spending our time, and we need to find a way to spend more time with family and spend more time taking care of ourselves. And we just took that leap not knowing what would happen.
And the other thing that I think we considered is like just the fact that the cost of living is pretty much the same, to be honest. Like, there's some things that are maybe cost a little bit more in BC, but there's also some things that cost a little bit more in Toronto, like wherever you go. And for us, it was like, that was a major consideration, but also just like nature.
Outdoors. There's water everywhere.
Oh my God, it's
like
beautiful.
Honestly, we went to just like down the street, and we're seeing like peacocks, and we're seeing like geese, and we're seeing like all of these natural elements and wildlife just like across the street, you know. And I think it's harder to experience that in some of the major cities, and I think just being able to explore and be by trails and see water, and it's
But you know what I say when people ask me why or what prompted the move? My answer always is, you know, we got engaged here, and when we did come here, it was only for a few days, but it felt like we just felt a connection instantly when we landed to this place. And it's still in Canada, which is like crazy. And I remember we talked about, you know, one day we should move here, like maybe when we're older, like maybe we could retire here, who knows, maybe we could buy a place and just come to visit.
That was crazy.
Like every summer or something like that.
And you hit me with something in that like that process. I think it was a period of time that it was just really crazy where we were living in Toronto, and I was like, I'm fed up, like I'm tired of being where I am right now. And then you're like, okay, so where do you want to move? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, we could move to BC. And you're like, okay, when do you want to move? And you just basically hit it over the head. Like, do you want to wait till you're 40? Do you want to wait till you're 35? And I think hearing these numbers and realizing we don't have a lot of time as we're on Earth to do the things we say we want to do.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, let's move now.
And I said, okay.
and we did, right? So
I think people always find that crazy. You're like, oh, Femi said move and you just moved. And I was like, yeah, because I don't know. I just felt like, why not? Let's try it.
But here's the thing. When people are like, oh, Femi said move, let's move. That's not how it really played out. You asked me, when do you want to move? Like, if we actually think about how that played out, it's like, you don't want to really live here. I am not really happy here. It's okay. Yet, when do you want to take action and do the things we want? And I think
that is actually the thing that I say to people.
Yeah.
Is we've said we want to do this one day. So when is that one day?
Scary way to think of it.
Right? Like, when is that one day gonna come? Do we want to wait like years to decide, is this the day? Or do we just want to make the choice now and just do it now and see what happens? Like, we have time, you know, God willing, in our life that we can decide, okay, you know what, this isn't for us, let's go back.
Yeah.
Or let's choose something else. Like, we have that freedom
and ability
and time, and like, let's just move on it.
Yeah. So that's kind of one of the big
gist of it.
The big rocks that took place. Besides that, what about work? What about
Yeah, so the next question that I always get asked is like, oh, did you get a new job there? Is that why you moved?
Yeah, no.
And no, it's not. I was still, so Femi started a new online business, so he can really work from anywhere. It's called Reboot X Academy, just so you know, I'll put the link below. So he could work from anywhere. I had a job in Toronto. It was work from home before I left mat leave, but only because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if we would go back to the office or not, or when. So I really had to quit my job. While I was on mat leave, I chose to do that, and I just kind of just kept an eye out for new opportunities, and I did find a job that I can work remotely from, like, permanently. I just have to go in like a couple of times a year, and I thought, how perfect is that? And so yeah, that happened too.
That was awesome. And I think that also kind of produced a new conversation of work-life balance. You know, how do you manage a puppy and a baby and your life and your health while you're working from home? It's a lot.
I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it.
It's a lot. And I think that if you all want us to talk about that topic specifically for a video,
let us know in the
comment below. But it's not a game. I think, like, just trying to figure out how to keep Lily engaged and developing the way
Lily's
that,
like walking now. Like, this is
not even a year
feat
yet. Like, just full out running towards the bathroom, trying to grab toilet paper rolls and other crazy stuff. But just being able to adjust to having both parents working from home and having time to do your work and take care of the child and take care of the household is a lot of moving pieces. But that all of that stuff took place within like the last 4 to 6 months. Like, we had to really adjust, and it's a lot, but I think I wouldn't trade it.
I wouldn't trade it either.
I wouldn't trade it. Just the ability to
watch Lily like develop new skills in front of my eyes, like,
it's amazing.
That's really amazing to me. It is a lot of freaking work, and you know, I'm not even gonna boast like that we're like,
easy, nah.
But like, that's also the reason we haven't made a video in so long, right? Like, we really had to look at like, what are our priorities, what do we need for ourselves to get through this period of stress, the season of stress.
Suzanne, thank you. That was our doula in Toronto. Amazing.
It's a season of stress, and like, we really were in that time period, and there were so many changes happening in our lives that, like, you know, like, unfortunately we had to put YouTube on the back burner a little bit. But so that, you know, that's just building your priorities.
I actually want to share something here. Like, I think no matter where you are, whatever you're working on, if you're feeling like you need to take time to get yourself together, do it.
Yep.
I think there's like this belief that you gotta hustle and
do it all
in a short period of time. But I'm a big believer, And I think we're a big believer that like there's divine timing, you know, where like certain things will just occur that are telling you, hey, you need to slow down, or hey, this is your time, you got to speed up, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not listening, you can miss those messages. And I think us moving was one message. It was just perfect alignment, how we found the place, perfect alignment, you know, our daughter, perfect alignment, you know, like where you're working, perfect alignment, working from home, the businesses, perfect alignment. It's still life, so it's stressful at times. Yet if you need to take that time to pause and get yourself together, don't move on someone else's clock. Like,
yeah. And it's all things that we like prayed for and asked for.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, it's interesting timing and God's timing and how that all works.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it all happens at once sometimes, and you're like, for me at least, it was like, you know what, like this is stressful, I'm tired, I'm sleep deprived, yet God gave me this and this timing for a reason.
Yeah.
And, you know, that means I can handle it, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to get through it, because I genuinely am happy. Like, I'm happy about all the things that I've been given and gifted, and I know that I'm going to get through this period. And I don't know, that's just been like my, I guess my mind frame and my outlook.
Yeah.
Of like, I would not change one single thing, no matter how exhausted I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just make my coffee and let's do it.
Let's get it done.
Let's get through the day, you know?
I want to actually even mention the mindset we had with all of these changes. I think the big thing that I remember us talking about was having a certain level of awareness that we're creating this chaos. We're creating this stress for a period of time so that we can have peace, that we can have freedom, and we can have enjoyment. We can actually do things that are fulfilling to us versus it just happening. And I think that's one thing I want to share. There were years of hoping that things would be better, and just being...
I don't know if it's hoping for things, hoping that we get what we're asking for.
That's better. Yeah, hoping whatever we want would just magically manifest. I think blessings like that do happen. I've seen it randomly many times in our lives. Yet I think there's another level of actively moving towards the things you want with grace and with just awareness, and being like, all right, like I want this thing, let's make it happen. And that's kind of what put us to where we are right now. And straight up, don't watch this video thinking like, oh, they're perfect. No, like stop, stop. We're not. We're human. But I think,
I mean, we could do a relationship episode at another point. If that's something you're interested in, let us know. Because, like, honestly, your relationship goes through tests when you have a baby.
Yeah. And
not
so does
that
your
we've
sleep.
gone through, like, hard tests. Like, I think, you know, we're good.
Yeah.
Yet, you know, there will be times when, like, you're sleep deprived. And anyway, that's a whole other topic of how to manage and deal with each other. Your relationship.
And you individually.
And taking care of yourself when you don't feel like you have time.
Yeah.
To even look at yourself.
Yeah. But I think all of those things just kind of give you tools to be better. So yeah. That's our update.
That's our New Year update for how many months it's been. Yeah. I think that covers like basically the basics of it.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Feel free to like, comment down below. And if you are not a subscriber, welcome. Thank you for watching our video. I hope you subscribe. And yeah, give us a follow on our social media channels. My Instagram handle is @doyle-marshall. I'll list it down below, and Femi's is also down below.
Yes.
Yeah. Bye.
Take care.
Now.
See
We
y'all
are
later.
the doyle-marshalls.
Ciao.